to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. My name's Connor Williams, and we're back with another one of our videos. This time is the immediate match reaction of the Everton Aston Villa game in the Carabao Cup, which has just finished 2-1 to Everton as well. Um, really great game from us. It got a bit nervy towards the end. I'm not going to lie. I think I speak for everybody when I say towards the end, the last 10 minutes, including added on time. So like from the 85th to the 95th when it ended, it was a bit touch and go then. As soon as they got that goal back in the 84th, I thought you could see the crowd got a bit more behind them. What was there of a crowd? Aston Villa fans, I believe, were boycotting over the cup game tickets usually being free, but they weren't this season, so they're boycotting it. And obviously, whatever's going on with their kits, Castor's kits, the players did look drenched in it. I can see why they don't like it. They did look tight and they did look drenched. Anyway, we're not here to talk about kit problems. Yeah. So up until the last 10, I thought we were really good. Controlled the game well, created a lot of chances early on. The first half, we absolutely completely dominated them. I don't think that's a biased thing to say. I think Garner and Onana had fantastic games of football. James Garner obviously getting the goal. It's a great finish by him as well. Really, close near post, really hit that well. It's a fantastic goal by him. And it's a great pass by Onana as well, who I'll get on to in a minute. Just talk you through the rest of the goals if you didn't watch it. And then Calvert-Lewin just catches, struggling to think of the player, just catches the Villa player in possession, tackles him, runs down, towards the goal. A lot of time, nobody's getting near him. It's a solo race. And he just calmly slots it into the left-hand side. It's really well taken by Calvert-Lewin. Has all the time in the world. He earned it as well. He chased the ball down, earned it, did that. It was fantastic to see. And also, it was great to see Calvert-Lewin in amongst the goals again. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I like Beto, by the way, before people come at me. But when he's fit, Calvert-Lewin's our best player, our best striker, easily. I can't believe people let his injuries sort of like believe the whole injuries equals he must be crap. Injuries happen in football. Sometimes you're lucky and you get hardly any. Sometimes you're unlucky and they come. They're like buses. You wait for one and then two come along. When he's fully fit, he's a fantastic football player, and I can't believe that people let the wool be pulled over their eyes because he's had a bit of an injury problem. Crazy. Hopefully he's back from all of that now. Like I said, there's not a reoccurring one. It's just bad luck. So great to see Calvert-Lewin get another goal. Is it 2-2 now? Fantastic for him. But yeah, like I said, other players have played well. Onana, fantastic. He really was like a Rolls Royce of the midfield. Good tackling, good recovering, fantastic ball playing. A lot of good progressive passes from him. Nice dribbling, keeps the ball well. Manages to just turn and sort of dribble round his marker well. And then obviously because of how physically big he is, how tall he is, he can just push off the little attempts that players try to get to nick the ball off him. Physically imposing. He was really good, Onana, it has to be said. But yeah, overall, it was a fantastic game, I thought. Played a five. It was like more like a 5-2-3, wasn't it? Or 3-4-3, whichever you want to look at it by. It was like a 3-4-2-1, wasn't it? Because the two wider players were out wide. Well, I think it was a 3-4-3 with inverted wingers, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Because they were out wide for a large part. There were a couple of other players that played well. I'm obviously going to do the match rating, so I don't want to go, spoil it by doing that. But like, shout out to the likes of Danjuma. Thought he had a good game as well. Patterson, I thought had a good game. It has to be said. And Jarrod Brantford had a good game, I thought. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. We really did boss them in terms of shots. XG was high as well. But we had lots of shots in the first half. I think it was like like it was like something like over in double figures to their 4 in the first half. Crazy. They were better than us on ball possession, I think, but you know, possession uh, here or there. There's only one stat that really matters, and it's the results. Their goal, just unlucky in it. Good corner, put in a dangerous area, goes out, he hits it, takes a bobble off Michael Keane, who he's got luck you couldn't give away. I actually thought he'd had an okay game up until then because I didn't notice him. And it's one of them with him. If you don't notice him, he's doing something right. And then he did that. Well, he didn't do anything. He couldn't really help it. It just bounces off his shin, and you just thought, God, the poor fella can't buy some luck, really. But yeah, I thought we played well though, irregardless. I think we were put under the cosh a bit in the last 10, but I think that was just momentum was back on their side. People were gasping for it, weren't they? For a last minute equaliser. The commentator was as well. They always do, don't they? Because obviously good for the neutrals. So yeah, people were gagging for that 2-2, then an extra time pens, malarkey. I'm quite glad it didn't go that way, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. But yeah, that's all we have time for. I just want to say fantastic result. 2 on the bounce, 2 wins on the bounce now. I think there was a stat saying we'd only, including Brentford, we'd only won before this, we'd won 4 of our last 39 away games, something silly like that. It was definitely over 30. Now it's 5. Yeah, fantastic to win back-to-back games. It's good to win back-to-back games anytime, but to win 2 back-to-back away games, fantastic. Welcome Luton at the weekend. And hopefully it's just a start getting some ball rolling. But I did like the shape today, it was different, but we played well under it. That's all I've got time for. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below your thoughts on today's game. Look forward to reading them. See you soon.